Hello, dear students. I am Dr. Rajiv Oberoi. Dealing with a very important topic in chemistry. It is stoichiometry and stoichiometric calculations. Stoichiometry and stoichiometric calculation. What it means? Now, it means that the calculations which involve a balanced chemical equation. This is a topic in which the calculation, we have already dealt with the mole concept, in which the given substance was converted into moles, and then moles were converted into number of particles and so on. But over here the calculation would be based on a balanced chemical equation. Therefore, until we do not have a balanced chemical equation, this type of calculation is not possible. So for any given problem, we have to write a balanced chemical equation. Therefore, we have already dealt with what is chemical equation, how chemical equations are balanced. So if you want, you can just view the videos which previously deals with the chemical equation and its balancing using a very important called as partial balancing method. But over here a simple balanced chemical equation is good enough. Now if you remember that in the mole concept we have done, that mole which is represented by N is equal to W by M, the weight of the substance taken upon the atomic weight if substance is atomic, or molecular weight if substance is molecular. Now we have done that number of particles. Now these particles could either be atoms, it could be molecules, it could be ions. So number of particles, the number of particle is equal to N into Avogadro's number, that is mole into 6.022 10 raised to 23 gives you the number of particles. And then volume at NTP, so we have done that volume at NTP is N into 22.4 liter or N into 22400 ml. So using these three concepts which we have already dealt along with the mole concept, you can refer the video mole concept part 1, part 2, part 3 I have dealt with. So using mole concept you can understand these concept more well, but now we are using it. These are the three formulas from mole concept which we will now be using in case of the stoichiometric calculations. Now let us take an example to understand this concept well. Suppose if a question is given to you that 10 grams of calcium carbonate, may be given limestone also, 10 grams of calcium carbonate is strongly heated. Find out, number 1, the weight of CO2 produced, number 2, the number of molecule of CO2 produced, number 3, the volume of CO2 produced. Now what is the difference in this problem as compared to the problem from mole concept? So in case of mole concept, the substance whose weight is given, the fundamental based on that molecule is being asked. But in case of stoichiometric calculation, weight of some other compound is given and the respective calculation for other species is being asked. For example, in this case we have been given 10 grams of calcium carbonate. 10 grams of calcium carbonate. So we have been given the weight of calcium carbonate, but we have been asked for carbon dioxide. Calcium carbonate given, but we have been asked for, carbon dioxide. So which means we have to correlate between the calcium carbonate and carbon dioxide by writing a chemical equation, and that too a balanced chemical equation. So if I begin with the solution, now what is the molecular weight of CaCO3? The molecular weight of CaCO3, calcium atomic weight 40, carbon atomic weight 12, oxygen atomic weight 16. So calcium 40 into 1, number of calcium 1, carbon 12 into 1, number of carbon 1, oxygen 16 into 3, total making it 100. This gives you the molecular weight of CaCO3, which is 100. Now what we are doing? We are converting the given weight of calcium carbonate into its mole. We know that the mole of CaCO3 would be, so since mole is equal to W by M, the weight of CaCO3 given is 10. Its molecular weight is 100, means the mole of CaCO3 is 0.1. The mole of CaCO3 is 0.1. Now using this mole of CaCO3, the calculation would be made for CO2 using a balanced chemical equation. Let's proceed. Now the balanced chemical equation is CaCO3 calcium carbonate, when strongly heated, it converts into calcium oxide releasing CO2. CaCO3, which is called as limestone, CaO, which is called S, the quicklime. So this limestone converts into quicklime releasing carbon dioxide. So CaCO3 on heating converts into CaO, CO2. This reaction is already balanced. So need not to be balanced. It is already balanced. Now based on this balanced chemical equation, what is the standard molar ratio? What is the standard molar ratio? So the standard molar ratio is 1 mole of CaCO3 gives 1 mole of CaO, 1 mole of CO2. It is 1 is to 1 is 1 is to 1 is to 1. 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. This is the standard molar ratio of CaCO3, CaO and CO2. 1 is to 1 is to 1. But we have been given, so we were given the 10 grams of CaCO3. Since nothing had been said about the purity, therefore we will assume that it is 100% pure. We have converted the weight into mole, and that was 0.1. So the given molar ratio is, so we have been given CaCO3 0.1 mole. So it is better to convert weight into mole. You will find it, this type of numerical, easy to solve if you convert the given weight into mole. Remember, don't go weight wise, it is better if you go the mole wise. So the given molar ratio is 0.1, it is 1 is to 1 is to 1. Therefore if CaCO3 is 0.1 mole, CaO will be 0.1 mole, CO2 would be 0.1 mole. So what we are having? So we were having the weight of CaCO3. We have converted it into mole of CaCO3. Based on a chemical equation, it has been converted into mole of CO2. Therefore, the mole of CO2 is 0.1. The mole of CO2 is 0.1. We were given the weight of CaCO3. We have converted it into mole, and then based on the equation, we have calculated the mole of CO2, which is 0.1 mole. Now the first we have to calculate, so number one is, so we have to calculate the weight of CO2 produced. Question goes, calculate the weight of CO2 produced by heating 10 gram of CaCO3. The weight of CO2 produced to be calculated, we know that since mole is equal to W by M, or N into M is equal to W, N into M is equal to W, the mole we have calculated, it is 0.1. Molecular weight of CO2, carbon 12, oxygen 16 into 2, total 44. The mole is 0.1. Molecular weight is 44. Therefore, weight of CO2 produced is 4.4 grams. Weight of CO2 produced 4.4 grams. Now we have to calculate the number of molecule of CO2 produced. Number of molecule of CO2 produced. So since number of molecule is equal to, the number of molecule is equal to N into this Avogadro's number, 6.022 10 raised to 23. The value of mole we have is 0.1. Value of Avogadro number, it is fixed value. Hence the number of molecule of CO2 produced, number of molecule of CO2 produced comes to be 6.022 10 raised to 22. 6.022 10 raised to 22 is number of CO2 molecule produced. The third part we have been asked for, calculate the volume of CO2 produced at NTP. The volume of CO2 produced at NTP, so we know that since volume at NTP is equal to N into 22.4 liter, n into 22.4 liter, value of n is 0.1 we have calculated, into 22.4 liter, the volume of CO2 produced at NTP comes to be 2.24 liters, comes to be 2.24 liters is volume of CO2 produced at NTP. So this is how we make the calculation. In this case, the calculation is based on a chemical equation. So we have to write a chemical equation. We have to properly balance it. On the basis of the balanced chemical equation, the further calculation is possible. These type of calculations are termed as stoichiometric calculations. Now let us deal with one more numerical problem of very similar kind. Question given: 15 grams of zinc metal is strongly heated with excess of sulfuric acid. Find out, number 1, the weight of hydrogen produced. Number 2, the number of molecule of H2 produced. Number 3, the volume of hydrogen at NTP. So we have to make these 3 calculations. Now how we can proceed? Now let's begin with the solution. If I write a chemical equation, so zinc metal when made to react with sulfuric acid, 1 atom of zinc react with 1 molecule of H2SO4, resulting in formation of ZnSO4, releasing 1 molecule of hydrogen. 1 atom of zinc react with 1 molecule of H2SO4 to give a molecule of zinc sulfate and 1 molecule of hydrogen. So what is the standard molar ratio? The standard molar ratio, so it is 1:1:1:1:1. 1 of zinc react with 1 of H2SO4 to give 1 of zinc sulfate and 1 of hydrogen. So what I said, it's better you convert the given weight into mole. It is better if you convert the given weight into mole. So what is the atomic weight of zinc? So remember, atomic weight of zinc is 65. The atomic weight of zinc is 65. So let us convert the given weight of zinc into mole of zinc. Therefore, what would be the mole of zinc? The mole of zinc, which is N is equal to W by M. The weight given is 15. Atomic weight is 65. The mole of zinc comes to be 0.23. It comes to be 0.23. So what we have done, we have converted the weight of zinc into mole of zinc and it is 0.23. So based on the ratio, it is 1:1:1:1:1. Therefore, on this basis we can say the given ratio of zinc is, so the given ratio of zinc is 0.23 mole. 15 grams means 0.23 mole of zinc is reacting with how much H2SO4? It has been given excess of H2SO4. Excess. How much zinc would be formed? So whatever is the value of zinc, same is the value of zinc sulfate, that is 0.23. How much hydrogen would be released? Same. Whatever is the value of zinc would be the value of hydrogen. Since it is 0.23, it is 0.23. So we say that since mole of zinc is 0.23 mole, mole of zinc is 0.23 mole, therefore the mole of hydrogen is also 0.23. So on the basis of the weight of zinc, we have calculated the mole of zinc. On the basis of mole of zinc, we have calculated the mole of hydrogen, and now I proceed to the further calculations. Now what would be the weight of hydrogen produced? The weight of hydrogen produced, the weight of hydrogen produced is, since N is equal to W by M, or N into M is equal to W, N is 0.23, molecular weight of hydrogen, atomic weight is 1 into 2, 2, so it is 0.23 into 2, that is 0.46. So weight of hydrogen produced is 0.46 grams. It is 0.46 grams. Next one is number of molecule of hydrogen produced. So since it is equal to N into Avogadro's number, value of N is 0.23, Avogadro's number is 6.022 10 raised to 23, value comes to be 1.39 10 raised to 23. This is number of hydrogen molecule produced. So number of hydrogen molecule produced by reaction of 15 grams zinc with excess of H2SO4 is this much. How much? 1.39, 10 raised to 23. And finally, the volume of hydrogen at NTP. The volume of hydrogen at NTP is N into 22.4 liter. N is 0.23 into the volume at NTP, as we have done, that volume of 1 mole of any gas at NTP is 22.4 liter. Volume of 1 mole of any gas is 22.4 liter. It is for 1 mole. So if 1 mole, volume of 1 mole is 22.4 liter, what would be the volume of 0.23? So volume of hydrogen at NTP is 0.23 into 22.4 liter, value comes to be 5.17 liters. So this is how we make calculation based on a chemical equation. So value of some species is given, and on the basis of that the other species is asked. So the species which is given and the species which is asked has to be related by writing a chemical equation, then only these calculations are possible. So I hope that this topic is absolutely clear to you all. Thank you.